but we were not really concerned that where the environment is, where the rest of the nation is. Similarly, we would watch films, or in today's day and age, maybe OTT shows, though they were not that prevalent at that point of time. We would watch films, we would watch songs, which almost kind of glorified or certainly recognized that more than half the country, or homes in half the country, did not have a toilet at home. But nobody for the 67 years after independence ever thought it's a subject that needs to be addressed. It's a question of the dignity of our women folk. It's an empowerment tool for greater participation of our women in the economy. Sadly, nobody, it just didn't strike any of us that we could do something about it. Similarly, we had a problem of the girl child particularly dropping out of school at a very young age. Many of us knew or recognized that one of the causes was the lack of a separate toilet for our girl children and the associated problems that the girl child had when she was in school. So she would drop out maybe for a week or 10 days, not attend. Gradually it happened 2 or 3 times. The teacher or the school rules were being violated. She was scolded. Another month she didn't want to go to school, and gradually she was destined to lose out on education. And these are only a few of the impacts. If you look at our tourism story, and while I was giving out the awards, I was trying to note, and I don't know if you saw a pattern. All those states who are the largest winners of those awards are states which also attract the highest number of tourists. While the award was for industrial park cleanliness or associated, I must compliment you, by the way. What a fantastic process, Aarti. Aarti ji, you have gone through and FICCI has devised. It's an absolutely wonderful process. I wish you had shown the audience the presentation that I just read. It's an absolutely remarkable lesson for all of us to learn. How these cities, industrial townships have been recognized for being clean townships or clean industrial areas. But these would not be in isolation. It must be the mindset that has enabled these industrial townships, industrial cities or industrial areas to evolve that culture of cleanliness. So Vikram Udyogpuri in Madhya Pradesh could not have been a clean industrial township but for the fact that Indore, which is in the neighborhood, and that whole region, Indore, Ujjain, that whole region is conscious about cleanliness. And Indore probably ranks first for many years in a row as the cleanest city in the country. It's not without reason that Kerala got a number of awards. It's because there must be a mindset, a culture of cleanliness, and we can see that when we go to God's own country. And then you will see that these are just 2 examples. We could speak about Maharashtra, we could speak about Gujarat, we could speak about Rajasthan. I think those were the main states that come to my mind when I recall the award winners. Andhra got some award. These are the states where tourism also has flourished because the mindset has accepted Swachhata, and that mindset goes from the home to the office, to our environments, to our city, then to our workplaces, and then gradually if the state becomes clean, it attracts more and more tourists towards that place. Whether there are adequate public toilets, whether there's good quality of air and environment, whether the roads are kept clean, whether the tourist places are kept clean, whether they have the right facilities, the entire tourism ecosystem. I'm just trying to share that cleanliness very, very closely aligns to economic development, to job creation and employment. And I would urge all those who have not applied for this award as yet, about 137 applicants were received. I'm sure we have many, many more industrial parks or industrial areas across the country. This was your first year, and I'm really grateful to FICCI for having set up this award. I'm sure going forward you will get the private sector also, and the private sector SEZs, the private sector industrial areas. Your zone of consideration will certainly become larger, but this competition will help create that awareness. And I think this kind of an award always encourages those who have won it to retain their position, those who have not yet won it to aspire to be a victor. So I would urge you to try and expand the zone of consideration, and I would urge all of you. The award